The 2026 Tesla Model 2 is shaping up as more than just an affordable electric car. It is being engineered from the ground up with layers of physical and digital security that aim to make intrusion attempts unappealing from the very first glance. Tesla's focus on durability and peace of mind is usually associated with luxury-class vehicles, but the Model 2 seeks to bring these qualities into reach for everyday drivers. Security in this car is not a last-minute addition but is integrated into the very blueprint, influencing how the body is shaped, how components are placed, and how systems interact. At the structural level, Tesla approaches the body in white as a protective shell designed to deny easy access. Service pathways, diagnostic ports, and primary harnesses are deeply confined within sealed compartments that only open after driver verification inside the cabin. These compartments sit behind dual-skin firewalls and closed crosscar beams, leaving no open channels for someone trying to fish cables from wheel wells or lamp housings. Routing channels are reinforced with ribs and baffles so that a tool cannot pass directly from the bumper to the cabin, while large underbody castings eliminate seams and flanges that could otherwise be exploited with prying tools. Wiring and brake lines are tucked inside cast tunnels away from vulnerable edges, ensuring that even experienced thieves face wasted time and noisy effort. Tesla also uses hem flanges bonded with adhesives and welds at panel interfaces, which strengthens joints and makes it extremely difficult for drill bits to walk into seams. A one-piece belly shield covers the central tunnel and battery enclosure, with its fasteners hidden from street access and secured with shear sleeves or torque-to-yield bolts that cannot be removed quickly. The battery pack itself doubles as a structural element with rails and jack pads that divert prying forces away from sensitive areas. Any external access points only lead to sacrificial layers, while the real latches and connections remain buried deep inside the structure. The front storage tub, for instance, is formed as a closed composite box with latch hardware inside and protected mechanical cables routed through reinforced bends. Around the charge port, Tesla integrates a double-wall pocket and a shrouded channel to prevent straight tool paths, forcing awkward angles that waste time and generate noise. Even the door geometry resists prying, hinges are captured from within, striker plates are mounted on reinforced backings, and the rocker and B-pillar close into box sections, making clean spreads far more difficult. Externally visible fasteners are minimized, recessed, or shielded, leaving few opportunities for tampering. The electrical distribution hardware is similarly locked away under protective cages inside the central tunnel, accessible only from the cabin after verification. Together, these measures embody a prevention-first design philosophy. Deny leverage, deny clean access, and deny the time intruders depend on. On the software side, Tesla has engineered Model 2 to keep control firmly with the rightful driver without adding friction to daily use. The car defaults to two-step authentication, pairing ultra-wideband phone key distance checks with a PIN to drive. If the phone is unavailable, NFC cards serve as backups, ensuring the owner is never stranded. Access logic is tied directly to hardware. The handles remain locked unless the phone is both authorized and positioned correctly, making unauthorized unlocking virtually impossible. Geofencing provides context-based automation, so at familiar locations like home or work, recording is minimized to save resources, while in public areas protection ramps up automatically with heightened sensitivity and alerts. Owners can edit these rules easily, such as raising protection after certain hours in designated zones. Handoff situations are managed with software profiles. Drive-only mode allows limited movement without unlocking storage areas. Valet and guest profiles impose speed and time limits, and lost or loaned phones can be deactivated instantly through the app. Service visits are logged in detail through service mode, which tracks every unlock and movement for accountability. If an incident occurs, Model 2 compiles evidence packets complete with camera clips, timestamps, and coordinates, storing them in encrypted vaults with expiration settings that owners can customize. Files can be shared directly with insurers, and optional face blurring preserves privacy for bystanders. Over-the-air updates keep defenses current, with stable and early access channels available and summaries provided for each update. The system also employs anomaly detection, escalating alerts only as suspicious signals stack up, which avoids false alarms. Setup is simple. guided by a quick assistant that helps configure pins, trusted devices, profiles, and geofence templates. Multiple roles are supported, including adult, teen, and temporary codes, and the system continues working offline since key checks run locally on the car. The outcome is security that feels effortless for owners but robust against interference. Externally, the Model 2 behaves as an active perimeter that detects, deters, and documents intrusions. Sentry 360 degrees operates in escalating stages. It begins by increasing lighting when motion is detected, issues mild alerts if the approach continues, and escalates to horn activation and multi-angle recording if prying attempts are confirmed. The headlights serve as trap lights, directing beams toward areas of detected motion so cameras capture clear footage even in low light. This precision illumination makes surveillance proactive rather than passive. Additional protection comes from tamper sensors integrated into the charge port, hood, and trunk. If forced, the car automatically enters an anti-start state and compiles an event packet for the owner. Even the door handles contribute to defense with flush designs and hidden fasteners that resist tool insertion, slowing attempts and giving sensors time to react. Laminated glass and brake detection add another layer. When struck, the system silently records and alerts the owner before escalating, giving drivers a chance to intervene early while minimizing unnecessary damage. These layered measures make exterior intrusion attempts less attractive and easier to document for follow-up. Inside the cabin, Tesla extends the security-first philosophy. The glove box requires a pin by default, and the center armrest includes a lockable compartment, making quick rummaging for valuables almost impossible. Brute force attempts are slowed further by temporary lockouts after repeated failed codes. Even when access is granted, valet or guest profiles can limit driving behavior, mask sensitive data like home addresses, and disable certain cabin controls, giving owners confidence when handing over the vehicle. Before the car can be driven, PIN to drive remains active, and facial recognition can be enabled for an additional biometric check, creating a two-factor layer with millions of possible PIN combinations. These measures ensure that sitting inside the vehicle is not enough to start it without proper authorization. For longer parking scenarios, like leaving the car at an airport, owners can activate a power-saving Sentry mode that records only when triggered by relevant events, extending monitoring without draining energy. Cabin privacy mode allows microphones and third-party app permissions to be temporarily disabled when sharing the car, while core security layers like Sentry and PIN to drive remain active. This careful layering ensures that convenience and security coexist without compromise. Altogether, the Tesla Model 2 integrates protection at every level: chassis design, software systems, exterior perimeter, and cabin access. By embedding these defenses directly into the car's architecture rather than relying on add-ons, Tesla has created a vehicle where intrusion attempts are slowed, evidence is captured thoroughly, and ownership remains straightforward. The goal is simple but ambitious: make security automatic so drivers can focus on the road, while intruders are left with few options but to walk away. In doing so, Tesla aims to shift peace of mind from a luxury reserved for premium models to a standard feature of an affordable, everyday EV.